Welcome to the Game Brisk, everyone. I'm your host, OliveXC, a top player at this game. And today we are doing Tutor Tuesday, where I review a subscriber game and help them and you, the viewer, get better at the game of Risk. Today's game comes from Ryan Scott, a master ranked Risk player, and he is the black player in this game. And this is a standard 6-player classic fixed game right here. When I look at this game and I'm seeing the potential options available, it looks like blue will be going for the Europe continent. And we're also seeing immediately all the attacks that orange has made. You can see because they made all of these attacks, you see how weak they are now? I've seen this time and time again by new players. You don't want to just be trying to take over a lot of territory and attacking right away. Look at someone like red, just keeping all of their territory together. It gives you a position of strength and the maximum flexibility to go in for an attack as needed. And look at white. Oh, ooh, okay. Now white decided to be hitting the black 5. That was hugely risky. You could have lost like 6-7 troops and been in a horrible, horrible spot. But since white got very, very good dice, they are in the lead. Our protagonist, the black player, is kind of in a tough spot. He chose to leave Australia right away, but most of his troops are located in Asia. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world to be located in Asia because it gives you a lot of flexibility. You can transition your troops to go for either Australia, Europe, Africa, or North America because of Asia's proximity to all of these regions. The key is how you want to group your troops together to be able to do that, and you're making a reasonably timed move to get the continent before everyone else establishes their own. And here we can see our protagonist, Orion, really focusing on moving all of their troops in. And if I were them, I can see that Africa, no one is really going for that. Although pink, I think, has the best claim to it. There is a huge risk that in a 6-player game, if everyone gets their own continent and you're kind of stuck in Asia, you're going to be falling behind in troops. And as a no continent player, in a game of passivity, you really need to shake things up. Otherwise, you risk losing the game. And now we can see that the orange player, they have finally secured their Australia. But given their first turn move of over-attacking a lot, as well as their next turn move of quickly taking Australia, they barely have a guard available for themselves. We can see our protagonist moved out of the way from orange because we were worried about them getting hit. But this is a rare situation. I would say you actually have to fight for Australia here. If you were to attack, and you can see you got a good roll, I may would have attacked the 1, and you move down here. The orange player at most will have a 10 down, and if either white or red or pink attacks the orange territory, because again, now that orange is kind of overextended, they've been attacking like way too much as a whole. The most they'll have here is a 10. And if they choose not to attack, you can attack with a 15v10 for nearly 100% roll. And if they don't have the set and choose not to attack, you can wait till you have your set and then go in and attack them, as orange takes over the South America. But now they're actually offline. So that's another thing to be keeping in mind. A player that's offline right now can actually be quite dangerous because bots, they don't care about diplomacy in the game. So this makes continents like Europe and Africa really bad because their openness and ability to attack around the map is hampered by their lack of defensive abilities and the other players attacking them. White also secures North America, and as one of the strongest players, they're establishing it quickly. Orange is obviously super, super angry about this. They did not have a set on 3. If they did have a set, black probably would have lost the game as they just rolled them down. But now we're in a tough spot. If we were to take over Australia right away, the pink player going before us would most likely be trading in a set. and they would then be eliminating you from the game because you would have expended all of your troops. So I like what our protagonists did, where they instead attacked North America, because you don't want, as a no continent player, someone getting strong. And here's another thing that happened. When you guard heavily against the bot, especially a bot that may be trading in, it costs a lot of troops and it's a big risk. Sometimes I like to wait for a bot to trade in before going in, but now you can see this white player. They are aggressively attacking the bot to the point now where the bot's actually really weak, which is quite surprising. But now the white player's entire lead has been evaporated because of how much they've been attacking like as a whole. And now blue is going for a continent. That's insane. Again, because there's so many troops. Because again, they can get invaded so easily by like pink, by white, by you, the black player. As orange continues trying to roll you down. If anything, I actually would have moved in your prior turn to the China. Because since the orange player clearly does not have a set, the pink player may have had a set. They could have then traded in, attacked, and maybe eliminated the orange player from the game. Now, since your 6 is in the way, you're perversely kind of protecting them and making it harder. But pink decides to go into blue on 5 cards, 21 troops. It's a little bit risky right there. But then they also decide to break white. Now, this I think is a much better move. Although I would have probably gone through Africa instead of kind of breaking, just because you can't make enemies with anybody. Yeah, and I like that. Hit white more. Because white overextended attacking the bot, because again, bots are not too crazy or important to be attacking. White can't trade anymore, so they can't really retaliate towards this aggression until they get their next set. And since pink has now used up their set and has more territories and troops, they're able to use it to their advantage. See the white players going. We will see that now with the red bot on 2 cards, is it worth it to eliminate them from the game? I would say I'm on the borderline and fence about it, because the players here have been a little bit more aggressive. It's also not a true 12 troops, right? Because you have to like split, take out this territory. You also have to attack Middle East as well as East Africa, putting the effective stack of the red player on 14. So I think it's fine to wait. But now blue is trading in. If I was blue, I would really consider attacking and taking back my continent. Just to like kind of establish position. Orange player moves out. One thing now, because the orange player is on 4 cards, 17 troops, they are in kill range and located just in one area of the board. Now that you've kind of moved out of the way, I think like a little bit of like a turn late, understanding positioning. Given how aggressive the board is, I feel like smaller continents are going to be a lot better than bigger continents in this game. And by the way, it looks like you choose not to be eliminating the red player. And with the white player being located here and kind of spread out around the map and with no chance of a set, I think waiting to take them out makes a lot of sense. But now they're on 10 troops, and with them getting now a 3rd card, there's multiple ways that they can be getting eliminated. The pink player could potentially take them out. I think the blue player, though, has best chances to take them out. The blue player could have either eliminated orange from the game or white from the game here. Both options, I think, were correct. And they chose the white player. White just overextended attacking the bot, and that's what kind of gave up their game. So I think blue made a really nice move. They've established their region. They are in a good spot. And orange does not have a set on 4. Holy cow. That is quite unlucky. 22 troops and 5 cards means it's kind of worth it to be taking someone out here. Yeah, as the black player, I think it's very important to try to see how you can take advantage of this opportunity. As orange invades blue, when I look at player dynamics, it's clear that blue and pink won't like each other. So yeah, I would try to take out the orange player right now. You have to go for it. It's a high chance of success and beautiful roll, losing 1 on the 5. Now you need another good roll. Wow, those dice were insane. So it looks like the key theme here is wait to strike. It's a little bit different style. I tend to like to go right away to be nice and flashy, but just kind of waiting things out has worked really well for you. Look at the black player, our protagonist. He's getting all of these troops leading right now. We're basically in the 3-player endgame scenario as you do not count a bot at all. He's not defending his Australia, but he's giving himself maximum flexibility in case players attack. It looks like also the red player gets a very lucky set on 3. In this situation, I would actually prefer the bot to be getting strong. As you are in Australia, it's very easy for you to be defending yourself. Your opponents have also shown a propensity to be over-attacking a bot before, as they've done right there. And look at that. Blue clearly did not like pink and wanted to send a message, over-attacking and severely hurting themselves with the bot. And now pink, they're just going to be attacking blue. What a crazy aggressive game right now. But the players, I think they can't really be attacking anymore because they risk breaking the balance of the game. They keep going through this. You can see by pink taking over North America, and with blue being on 26 and the pink player being on 28 troops, with you being on 51, the balance of the game is almost broken. If you were to eliminate pink right now, you could take the game. But you can see 26 troops, now 24 to take out 18. You chose to stop here. There's a chance that it may have failed because you originally were getting some bad dice on the attack. But you can see that since you have equal to your opponent's troops, the balance of the game has been broken. The key is just getting ready to eliminate them. But I think an important thing here, and I think I love the way that you waited. You basically knew that the players would keep attacking each other because they don't understand the balance of the game. And by taking advantage of those player dynamics, you have done an incredible job. And now with 30 troops, it's guaranteed to be taking out the 15. You've reduced your risk to go in and strike. And now he's making some beautiful moves, taking out the pink player, guaranteeing the set trade-in of 12 additional troops. And now at 22, that's almost guaranteed to be taking out the 16. Only thing missing maybe a little bit of slider action. And with that, our protagonist is going to do another trade-in of 12 and then 12 on the next turn and then clean up this game. And I have to say to Ryan Scott, you have some beautiful potential coming up in this game. If you guys are enjoying this content, please consider subscribing and following me on Twitch. But this is OliveXC signing off.